stepped on it. I gotta make sure everything is right before. I tried to make sure everything was right before I shot this next video, even though my shirt is basically kind of ripped. What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the show. So today's video is going to be all about good stuff. Turbo build. I cleaned up the engine bay a little bit. You guys are probably not going to notice that, but we got good stuff here going on today. Like, this intro is kind of off because basically I just woke up and I'm like, yes, the weather's nice, it's not too hot. Let me go ahead, go out there and get this video over with before I go out there and burn and my arm gets darker than what it is. So I'm gonna show you guys what I got right here. So I think this is probably going to be the best way for me to shoot the video. So like, if I do it from the side, let me start from the small stuff. To put the power steering on, I gotta cut off this 4x4 mount. If you can probably see, I started to chop it right there. You kind of see the little saw debris and the little slice right there. For me to put on the power steering bracket, I gotta slice off that 4x4 mount. I'm pretty sure that's gonna cause an interference with the pump. I probably could just, like, you know, mock it up and check, but you know, I still got a fresh Wizard blade cut off wheel, so I'm going to go ahead and cut that off. Let me see, I do have to take off, I was thinking about taking this exhaust manifold off and wrapping it. I may do that later on down the line because I'm more pressed with getting, like, oh great, crime fighters are here. I'm more impressed with getting everything bolted in and running first before I really start doing some cosmetic stuff. Like I said, I got the original 5.3 throttle body. I had to go source one of those out. I may just do the AEM fuel lines, or probably see if I can go to Contact Motion Works and get some fuel lines. But anyway, the meat and potatoes of the build is here. I need to talk about this before I forget. Now, when I got the engine, basically I messed up the belt tensioner, so I took it off and I junked it. I can't remember, even though it kind of sounds like really goofy, I'm pretty sure the belt tensioner goes like somewhere like right here. But then I'm trying to think, like, why did I put these two bolts back in? Because, you know, like, when you take stuff off, you at least want to keep the bolts, that way you don't lose things. I can't remember why I put these bolts back, because, like, you can see it, I put these bolts back. I don't know, I can't remember, because goofy me mocked up the turbo placement like right here, which is kind of weird, because now once I'm all done and everything's all welded up, I'm just like, there's a belt tensioner that goes right here. So I kind of think it may go like right here, which would mean that it's pretty cool. But if it goes back there, I'm probably going to have to do a belt tensioner relocation bracket, and I know that's going to drop it down to like right there somewhere, which means that in the end I would still have to come over here and cut. It's not a big problem. I would have to cut off this old front differential mounting bracket, just like the same on that side. So I'm probably going to go ahead and order a belt tensioner today, install that, and really see how I make out. All right, so anyway, I use the, it's kind of hard to look at my screen here. I basically, you guys said it, you're going to wind up using the old truck manifolds, and which I did. I really did. And look, I don't want to show you that weld. I don't want to show you that weld. I'm not proud of it. I'm really not proud of it. All right, so anyway, the turbo's mounted up. We used the existing truck manifold. We tied in our wastegate and we branched off. I had to redo it. This video was going to drop yesterday, but goofy me had made this pipe right here, like I had it over here, and now when I'm trying to drop the header in, I'm like, oh my god, why is the header not dropping in? Because it was resting on top of this shock mount. So I had to basically re-chop the pipe off, put like another little angle on it, a deeper 45 angle or something like that, re-tack it, make sure it was going to be a good fit, and then I welded everything up here. You guys are probably going to be wondering, like, dude, why you got, you know, hose clamps? This is like a new modern day type of trick, because, you know, like when we get the exhaust heat wrap and stuff like that, they give you like those little snug to fit type of brackets, and then over time they become loose if you don't tighten them enough, and then you got to do like work under the engine hood. There's a good chance you'll cut yourself. So I'm like, dude, fuck that. I'm just gonna use some exhaust clamps. It's gonna keep it in there permanently. You don't have to worry about it like coming off and stuff like that. I do got, yeah, there it is. So I got a total of 4. I got one down there by the header. I got one right there. I got one right there for the wastegate. And I got one right here for this type. Yes, there's bolts missing. I do have a bolt on the backside here. This is all like just for mock-up. So no, the gasket is not in. I still have to do the drain. I still have to do the feed. Ooh, just knocking stuff over. I still have to run the intercooler piping. And you guys let me know down in the comments, since you see where the turbo placement is, should we run a nice little 90 or 45 going out the fender, or do you guys want to see, you know, hood exit exhaust? Hood exit exhaust, it's kind of like 50-50. I was going to say hood exit is like the most common thing when it comes to like OBS Chevy trucks, but it's really like 50-50. Most people just will run it going out of the fender over here, or we can probably run it going out of the hood. You guys let me know. Definitely let me know in the comments down below, because I'm really undecided. So you can kind of see from the exhaust clearance, I'm really not going to have enough clearance, because I wanted to run the turbo exit straight down like how all the other like turbo kits do it, but since I had put the wastegate and the dump tube right there, I'm probably going to extend the dump tube a little closer down to the ground. Maybe, I kind of really don't know. You see, no, not that. That's wire harness. That's a hose. So the dump tube is coming off right there, and it's basically, it's like, you can see it right there. It's going right there. I don't know. I may leave it right there, because like I said, this is all like, you know, just a little quick mock-up. But anyway, you guys let me know in the comments, fender exit or hood exit, which way are we going to do this? But anyway, the turbo is in. I almost forgot to show you guys too, the crossover collector merger pipe. I did have to make one of those, because as you see, I kept the headers in the original location. I just made like a little bridge port for the exhaust. The paper towel is for me to grab it, because I don't want to get fiberglass hairs all over me. But anyway, as you can see, this side is actually, because I had to cut a bolt. So since I had to cut a bolt, I filed this down a little bit. That way, when I stick it back onto that bolt slash stud, I can get the nut in there, and that nut's gonna get still a good bite. So yeah. Also, I had put, if you can see it right there, I got some weld on bungs. And where's the other one? There's the other one right there. So anyway, this is the, like I was saying, this is the merger right here for the existing truck manifolds. Basically, you can kind of see it right there. It's 290s, and it's kind of like offset a little bit with a couple straight pipes and a couple pie cuts up in there also. I welded on 2 bungs for the O2 sensor. So later on today, I'm going to get up under the truck. I'm going to bolt that up, and that way the turbo will be completely mounted, because like you see, like I said, it's going to go to that side, and then it's going to get mounted together on that side. All the exhaust gases are going to get flushed and sucked back up the single pipe, and that's what we're going to get our hearse purrs. I can't really say where I want to mount the blow-off valve yet, because I might have like a little bit of a problem running the intercooler piping. That's all. Oh, another thing, don't worry about the oil cap. I can take care of that. I'm also going to get a turbo blanket. And what's an oil cap? Who cares? I may still be able to get it off. So what I'm thinking is, you can see it's probably gonna go right from here down through this fender liner, a straight, up, another 90 going back. Some way, somehow, I don't know. It's probably gonna have to come up through here and all fishneck through there. And this is where, of course, I'm gonna go with air-to-air intercooler. I'm probably going to be checking IETs and stuff like that, and probably later on down the line, if it's a must, I'll go with a water-to-air intercooler and, you know, heat exchanger, water pump, and all that good stuff, ice tank. I'll probably get all that stuff like later on down the line. But yeah, the intercooler is going to sit behind here. I'm going to have to make some brackets, bracket it up. It all depends on which model of intercooler that they give me, even though I did order one. I ordered one that's going to allow me to take basically studs. Yeah, I ordered one with studs because I don't have an aluminum welder, so I can't weld any type of brackets or anything like that. So I'm probably just going to get the one with the studs. It's probably going to rest up in here, that way I can drill a stud, pop a screw in, screw it in, and the same with the bottom side. But yeah guys, that's it. So turbo is made. I gotta admit that 75-78 from BS Racing does look kind of small. Oh yeah, and don't worry, the hood does close because you can see that it sits way below the hood line, and it's right there, neck and neck with the throttle body. But yeah guys, the 75-78 from BS Racing does look pretty small. I mean, compared to everyone else that's running like 88s and, you know, 100mm turbos, stuff like that. I do have an 88 in the house. I got a couple 88s in the house, but that's from an old project. So like I said, I'm going to button up the crossover tube. I'm probably going to start running the oil feed lines and stuff like that. That's going to be one hell of a transition and cross that over. Yeah, I just want the oil to get like a straight shot. I'm going to use the that built-in oil pressure LS knob titty looking thing that, you know, sits down there above the oil pan. You LS guys know what I'm talking about. I'm going to get one of those. Also a mechanical oil pressure switch. I think ICT makes one for like dual feed turbos, and it comes with like a little switch, that way you can do like an analog gauge. Yeah, gauges are going to be next later on down the line. So yeah, that's going to be going over there. That's going to be the feed. I'm going to have to do the drain. Stuck around my little mess right here. I'm going to have to do the drain. I'm probably going to do that tomorrow. I'm probably going to take the oil pan off, run a bulkhead to the oil pan, and that way the drain can go boopy doop straight down to that. So I think that's pretty much everything. Last done said a mouthful. So basically I'm just dropping and knocking stuff like all over the place. Yeah, that's basically it. Turbos in, pipes are in, wastegate is on. I really didn't need to talk about the wastegate. You guys already saw it. The dump tube is on. Again, let me know in the comments what type of exit, fender or hood. Also, I gotta show you guys something else. This is really gonna be cool. Yeah, see? Look, hood closes. I mean, even though I still got some tools and stuff up under there, but yeah, the hood closes. I wouldn't mind, like, just to save money on the build right now, I wouldn't mind just driving around with headlights, no bumper, no grill, and a big fat intercooler sticking like right out the front. I may go like that, but no. This is the to-do list. I figured this would be like one of the best things for me to do right now. Oh, that sun is atrocious. So yeah, there we go. That's the to-do list. That's what I have left to do on this truck. See that? Lots of stuff. You guys can kind of see that. There we go. Now you can probably read the other sheet. I think that sunspot glare was on there. So you guys can be the judge. Look, see that? I scratched off one thing. Intercooler. Yeah, Look at that. So, yeah. It was like the right thing to do, because it's like, if you don't make a to-do list, then you kind of hop and like jump around different things, and it actually like slows your build down a little bit. Like if you make a to-do list, then like you do stuff as you go along, and any little minor things that's in that work area, you can tackle along as you're working on that one thing that you're going to cross off on your checklist. So as you see, only got one thing crossed off on the checklist. That's because I just ordered the intercooler. So I'll be scratching things off as I order them, not as I complete them, which is how you should do it. You scratch things off as you complete it. But anyway, that's going to conclude today's video. Hope you guys enjoy it. We are definitely moving along. Some of the stuff that I'm doing here right now on the channel, you guys are not seeing the actual build process, because all this stuff has been done before. You can watch dozens of videos on YouTube on like how to do something. When I get to a part where it's kind of like, okay, this will be good content for me to actually show you guys, and like, you know, how I'm doing it or how it can be done, then, you know, I'm probably going to record a small little video. But yeah, I just wanted to show you guys that the turbo is in, the manifold and all that stuff is made. The next video probably may be how I'm going to do, you know, the intercooler piping and stuff like that. Anyway, that's going to conclude today's video. Make sure you guys drop a like, comment, and subscribe. And don't forget to let me know down in the comments what type of exhaust are we going to be going with. Also, I gotta get another bung too, because I gotta tack that, well, not tack, I gotta weld that on there. That way I can run my wideband gauge. So yeah, I gotta make a mental note for that. Anyway, you guys know what to do. I'll catch you in the next video. Peace, and I'm out. And don't forget to buy merch. Merch is what's sponsoring this build. We also dropped a new t-shirt too. It's a big shout out to the Sinclair Oil Company. One of my favorite gas stations. This video not sponsored, by the way. But anyway, I'm out. Peace.